Welcome back, everybody, to another interview. We are WriteSea. We conduct these WriteSea executive interviews because we want to learn a little bit more about those that are in the higher education field. This is the Voices of Higher Education edition. We are here at the NACE conference in Phoenix, Arizona, 2024, and we are here with Mr. Kendell Monk of the National Urban League. Welcome, sir.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes, please let everybody know what you do and what is the Urban League and what do you guys do there?
Yeah, so the National Urban League is the oldest civil rights organization in the country, founded in 1910. We're based in New York City, but we have 92 Urban League affiliates across the country in 36 states, including District of Columbia, where our advocacy office. And essentially, we support Black and African American communities. We support them, ensure that they have the opportunities to move forward and economically advance, whether that be with education, workforce development, entrepreneurship, or home ownership. We not only provide them with the tools and the resources, but most importantly, the education so that they can continue to make decisions that will provide them self-sufficiency.
I love that. And so you come to NACE conferences to network or learn education. What are some of the reasons why you attend conferences like NACE?
Yeah, I think like most, in my position, I'm the senior director for our Business Executive Exchange program.
Okay.
And in my role, I have the privilege of partnering with HBCUs and other minority serving institutions to support our community, which jumpstarting their careers, connecting them with individuals serve as role models and mentors, connecting with companies and brands to understand the early career opportunities that they could acquire, but also understand how to cultivate their business and leadership skills.
Okay.
This is very, very important, and I'm personally, passionate about this work and want to make sure that students can continue to move forward after graduating college to get into long-term careers in which they feel most self-fulfilled.
Are you servicing a lot of students in your Urban League constituency?
Yeah, we are. We work with over 20 universities and colleges across the country. We have, in the last 2 years, had over 9,000 students come through our programs easily. 40% or less of them self-identify as an individual who are a first-generation college student or could not access an early career opportunity.
Got it.
So I know we're making a difference. And the reason why I'm here at NACE is my third year attending consecutively. And like most, was looking to network, gain new resources, build new partnerships, be informed about what's coming. But I think that this conference is really a sweet spot for higher ed institutions and employers to not only learn about who they are individually, but to see what we can do collectively as a community to make real impact in the world.
I like that. Have you guys implemented any technologies or softwares into the Urban League in order to help your constituents? If not, are you, is that part of the goal?
Yeah, it always is to innovate. Definitely within our respective Urban League affiliates, but also nationally between our signature programs. We try to streamline information as much as possible so that we can know who our audience is, who they are, what they need, and how we can best serve. And how we can cross-collaborate, connect the Urban League affiliates with resources and programs that may not be available in other areas. So we're very proud to just kind of see our community grow, but most importantly, grow in the way in which we can best communicate.
I like that. I've worked with the Urban League. I did a lot of work when I was in Vegas 12 to 15 years ago, and we did a lot of health and wellness stuff. And my buddy Luke Collins, he ran the Pearson Center, and he was really big with the Urban League. And we worked with you guys, and you guys did a lot of programs for like health and wellness for the kids, especially underserved communities that were like dealing with just something like they don't even have enough food to eat lunch. You know what I mean? And things like that. And you guys were providing resources to the families, like backpacks and like, food and different things like that. So I've worked with the Urban League before out of the Vegas chapter, and what you guys are doing is really, really amazing. And so I didn't even realize that the Urban League also had like this whole business function to it. You know what I mean? So that's really great. What has been some of the most rewarding things being in your position at the Urban League?
Yeah, I will say because of where I sit, not in the field every day, but I certainly see the impact of the numbers. But for our scholars, students who are kind of connected, going through our leadership component of the program, staying in touch with us, going to our conferences and summits, is very rewarding, fulfilling to kind of see their growth,
Okay.
to see how them going through these experiences kind of informs their decision making, their perspective, their insight, um, leading them to doors and avenues that they didn't even know existed.
I like that.
That's kind of the biggest thing, because for some students, they may have the resources and connections already, but for others, they may not have any at all. And for those students, it means everything in the world to be able to travel to a different city, be exposed to hundreds of people, meet tens of companies and professionals who want to include them in their business and to help them grow and strive. And so that's the work of the Urban League.
I love it. And when you come from an an underrepresented community, and you're given an opportunity, you you, you take that opportunity like to heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then to see someone that comes from a background like that, and then thrive, knowing that they are coming from an underrepresented community, maybe violence, gangs, drugs, whatever it may be, just poverty, poor, and then you see folks like that win. It's rewarding. I've done most of my work in my career, serving underrepresented communities, whether it be Black and brown communities, poor communities, kids that are going in and out of juvenile hall, kids growing up without parents, foster care, like just working with those populations. And so I love what you guys do over there. If you can give a piece of advice to, a student, that's coming out of college, or even, going into college, in terms of, how to prepare for their career success, what would that be?
Yeah, I would say, because I have lived experience. Grew up in a single parent household.
Same.
First generation college student.
Same.
And I had to actually go through work experience to really understand and know what confidently I wanted to do with my career. But with that being said, I would just say to anybody, any student today or tomorrow, is that your circumstances do not determine your future, right? You have the power to take charge and control of that through your decisions, through your actions, right? Don't let what may feel to be personally difficult determine where you go next. Work hard, stay consistent, stay committed, and opportunities will come. And most of all, be patient, right? Most of the time, you may see through media or through the stories of those you may admire most, the success that they've earned over time. But in that storytelling, you sometimes don't get to hear their failures and their adversities in which that led them to where they are today. And so to that point, I want to let you know that there will be hard times along to getting to the point where you feel like you've achieved your aspirations. So never give up, never feel deterred. Just stay motivated, stay hopeful, and keep on pushing, because wherever there is a possibility for success, your hope and dreams will come true.
I love it. One of my favorite quotes, I use it all the time. I write it in emails. I sign books with it. I give it to people, and it's smooth seas don't make skillful sailors, right? You just got to go through it, and you got to deal with it, right? And you're never going to explore the vast ocean if you stay at the shore. right? So it's like you got to get out there and deal with it, and you're going to deal with the turbulence and the rain and the, you know, all the variables. But like you said, it's about never giving up, staying determined, and just being focused and having that consistency. So thank you for the knowledge. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your wisdom. How can folks get a hold of you and find you out there online?
Yeah, you can go to the National Urban League website, search BEEP, Business Executive Exchange Program. You can personally find me on LinkedIn. My name again is Kendell Monk, spelled KENDELL MONK. But the Urban League website, not only can you find me, but you can find others like me in various roles, capacities, or different parts of the country where they could be more accessible to supporting you, whatever your needs may be.
Beep, beep.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well,
but I want to take a moment to thank you.
Oh, thank you,
To
sir.
thank you, your organization, your team. You know, I think it's so incredible when we see what I call grassroots organizations that have a strong mission really rise up, because it takes everyone to do this work.
Man.
And so I'm humbly appreciative just to have the opportunity to speak with you today.
Man, well, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This is another WriteSea executive interview series, the higher education, voices of people from higher education. And we are here at the NACE Conference 2024. Thank you, Mr. Monk. And we are finished. Beep, beep.
See you soon.